Hey guys, it's Justin here. We're gonna do a little video today on my friend Taryn. Say hi, Taryn.
Hi.
She's super shy, so just bear with us. We're gonna do a little tutorial today on highlighting. Obviously, I've done a lot of blondes, and I promise next week we're gonna transition to a little bit of like brunettes and mix it up a bit. But blondes kind of is just like my world here in LA. So I wanted to kind of share a bunch of techniques with you guys about how we kind of make natural blondes, really light blondes, whatever. But today, someone's ready, cooked. Today we want to do a tutorial on kind of like more of a rooty blonde, like create some more dimension back into Taryn's hair. She has a little bit of these areas that are kind of brassy. So I want to show you guys ways to, in between the foils, kind of go in and create some depth in there and cool down some of that brassiness. I want to keep her highlights really natural towards the top and have them lighten much more towards the bottom. So I want to go in, I'm still going to pull the highlights up to the roots, but I want to go back through at the end and show you guys a way to kind of like gloss it down a bit to create a little bit of depth, but still keeping that connection to the top. Nice and bright around the front, really blonde through the ends, and to be honest, I'm just gonna kind of see as I go. I might low light a little bit or go in between the foils and just kind of like make it a bit more sandy and just kind of cool it down a bit, but we'll just kind of see the direction it goes in. So here we go. All right guys, so I went ahead and mixed up my highlights. Today I'm gonna go with traditional foils, because I want to get her nice up to the root, but like I said, I'm going to go back in and kind of darken it a bit, create a little bit of a shadow to kind of tone down the highlights, but I want it to be pretty nice and bright, and I want to go between the foils and kind of tone down that brassy area, so I'm going to work with foils. I went ahead and mixed up 10 volume lightener, Redken up to 7 with 10 volume, and then a 20 volume for the brighter pieces wherever I need it to be a little bit brighter. I'm using 10 volume because I want it to be a slow acting highlight. I don't want it to be too quick, so it gives me time to go back through and kind of create the depth that I need. If I low light, whatever I do with the tips, I want it to kind of be a slow acting bleach. Obviously, if I use 20 or 30 volume, it's gonna work really quick, and that's not what I want it to do. So here we go with 10 volume and 20 volume lightener for her highlight. Alright guys, so I kind of framed her face a little bit with those highlights. As I get into this area over here, I want to make sure and take care of those areas. Like I want to do like a ponytail piece here, like if her hair is pulled up, I just want a little bit of lightness to come up here above her ear. So I'm just going to do like maybe 2 foils here, but then leave all of that nice depth in here. I kind of want to create like similar to what happens to a little kid on the beach. You know, you kind of want to make sure that the shell of the hair is all taken care of, like areas that would be hit by the sun, but keep all that dimension inside. The dimension is kind of like where all that good low light comes from, like the depth inside. If you separate the hair, you want to see all that good dimension in there. So when the highlights on top lay on it, it kind of creates all that good depth. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah?
Make sense?
Yeah.
so in these areas here on the side, I'm not going all the way up to the root. I'm kind of leaving a little bit of root just to keep that depth up at the top, you know, like I talked about. We're gonna go back through and kind of tone everything down anyways, but I don't want the highlights to go right up to the root in these like inside areas. So I'll show you right here how I do that.
So because she has a lot of warmth in here, we're gonna go with AN and Shades EQ. And I'm just gonna paint it on all of the warmth to kind of eliminate all of that.
Alright guys, so we went ahead and washed her out. In between the foils, we just rinsed out that 8N, pulled the foils. When we washed everything out, we made sure to hold the ends up just so that that 8N didn't run through all of her bright ends. And now I'm just going to go through with 9N shades, and we're just going to kind of like tone down the roots a bit, just give it a little bit of depth. So I'm just going to paint it right on the roots, drag it down a tiny bit. In the front, around the bright hairline, I'm just going to lightly tap the very root with the 9N. So through the back, I'll pull it down about like 1.5 inches, but through the front, I'm just literally gonna tap the very like root of the highlight just to create like a little bit of depth right around the face. And then while that's processing, we're gonna go through and Malibu her ends just to kind of get them nice and bright. We'll just leave the Malibu in while her roots are processing. And then when everything's washed out, we're gonna just kind of tone her with a purple shampoo. So it's kind of like put the purple shampoo actually through the hair and just kind of let that sit for a few minutes. Rinse all of that out, run a little bit of purple conditioner through, the Cool Blonde conditioner, and then she's all set, okay? Testing 1, 2, 3 with the bleach out.
Okay.
All right, Michaela, so what are we gonna do next to little Taryn's hair?
So because she has a lot of warmth in here, we're gonna go with
We kind of make natural blondes, really, really light blondes, whatever. But today,